Now, standard 10. Now, there is another case that has been filed against Shylock because directly or indirectly he was trying to cause harm to Antonio, who is the defendant over here. Okay. And now, all his property, half of his property will be given to the defendant, that is to Antonio, and half to the state. And the only person who can pardon him from the death sentence is the Duke. So he has been instructed to get down on his knees and ask pardon from the Duke in order to save his life or to show mercy on him. Now we know Graciano was thrilled. He was very excited that Shylock has lost the case and the case is now in favor of Antonio. Now he's trying to irritate him all the more. Okay. So Graciano says, beg that thou mayest have leave to hang thyself. He says, now you should not ask for pardon. You must ask the Duke to give you permission so that you could hang yourself. And yet, thy wealth being forfeit to the state, thou hast not left the value of a god. Therefore, thou must be hanged at the state's charge. Now again, he's trying to tantalize him, tease him, and says, look, according to your punishment, you have lost all your wealth. Now, even to hang yourself, you do not have any money even to buy the rope or the cord. So even that also, you just request the government or the Duke to give you a rope from the state side. Duke, that thou shalt see the difference of our spirit. I pardon thee thy life before thou ask it. For half thy wealth, it is Antonio's, and the other half comes to the general state, which humbleness may drive unto a fine. Now the Duke is now speaking to Shylock. He says, see Shylock, before you could ask me to pardon you, I have already pardoned you. But the other part of your punishment is that 50% of your property shall go to Antonio and the 50% shall go to the state. So that I am not going to, overlook. You will have to pay that fine. But where your death sentence is concerned, before you could ask me to pardon you, I have already pardoned you. And that is what I want you to learn. How one should have the courage to pardon another person. Portia, and for the state, not for Antonio. Now what Portia meant was that the Duke has got the right to make a decision from their 50% of the wealth. The Duke cannot make a decision on behalf of Antonio. Now it is Antonio's wish, what he would like to do with his share. Shylock, nay, take my life and all, pardon not that. You take my house when you do take the property and do sustain my house. You take my life when you do take the means whereby I live. Now Shylock says, I don't want anything from anybody. Says, you have saved my life, but I am also requesting you to take my life also. You have already taken my property for which I survive. You have taken my house, you have taken my business. So now for what I should live? it is best that you don't pardon my life also. Take my life. Because now we know that Shylock has been ruined. Portia, what mercy can you render him, Antonio? Now she's asking Antonio, can you show any mercy to Shylock? Now Graciano, a halter gratis, nothing else for God's sake. Now he's trying to provoke Antonio, don't give him anything, just give him enough rope so that he could hang himself. Then Antonio, he says, so please my lord, the Duke, and all the court to quit the fight for one half of his goods. I am content, so he will let me have the other half in use, to render it upon his death unto the gentleman that lately stole his daughter. Two things provided more, that for this favor he presently become a Christian, the other that he do record a gift here in the court of all he dies possessed unto his son Lorenzo and his daughter. So now when Antonio was given a chance to make his decision about what he would do with the 50% of Shylock's share, so he says, I am declaring it in front of everyone that I am well contented with my property. Okay. My only suggestion is that let my 50% go back to Shylock till he lives. I have some terms and conditions. One is that he should become a Christian. Why? Because Antonio wanted that Shylock's behavior should change. He should now begin to practice the principles of Christianity. And the second one is that as long as he lives, he can make use of his property, but he has to make a will that after his death, that property should be handed over to Lorenzo and Jessica. So this is the decision which Antonio has made, to hand over back Shylock's property. And after his death, it should be handed over to Lorenzo and Jessica. Duke, he shall do this, or else I do recant the pardon that I late pronounced here. So the Duke is saying, okay, fine. Now Shylock, he has to do this. Otherwise, I will change my decision of pardoning his life. Portia, art thou contented, Jew? What dost thou say? Shylock, I am content. Then Portia to Nerissa the clerk. Clerk, draw a deed of gift. That we now make this a written document. Shylock, I pray you, give me leave to go home from hence. I am not well. Send the deed after me, and I will sign it. So when Portia gives Nerissa the duty to make a document, an agreement, in the meantime Shylock is feeling very embarrassed. We know how his dreams have been shattered. He could not take his revenge out from Antonio, and again he has lost all his property. He has lost the case. So now he's feeling very upset, he's feeling uncomfortable, he's very embarrassed. Okay. So that is why he wants to leave that place as soon as possible. So he says, you make the deed and send it to my house, I will sign it. Duke, get thee gone, but do it. So make sure when the deed goes there, you have to sign it. Graciano, in christening dash shall thou have two godfathers. Had I been judge, thou shouldst have had 10 more to bring thee to the gallows, not font. Okay. Now, when you become a Christian, now in the Christian belief, okay, once you are baptized, then you have what we call it as godparents. Okay. So now, and the purpose of being godparents is those days, because many of the daddies used to go to the war and then they die in the war, in the battlefield. So we had these godparents so that they would take care of the child if the child loses his own parents. That is the logic behind having godparents. So in a Christian family, you will have their own mother and father as well as they will have their godparents. But that is the logic of having godparents. Now, since Shylock has to become a Christian, so he will be having to have godfathers. So Graciano says, instead of giving him 2 godparents, I would suggest that there should be 10 more judges to give a statement that he should be hanged. He should be sent to the gallows and to be hanged. A person like Shylock should not be spared. I mean, his life should not be spared. Duke rising, sir, I treat you home with me to dinner. But that was a very confusing or serious case. The Duke was unable to handle. Now the case is over, he is feeling relaxed and he is very grateful to the judge. So now he is inviting the judge to spend some time with him and to have dinner. And we know very well who the judge is. Portia, I humbly do desire your grace of pardon. I must away this night towards Padua, and it is meet I presently set forth. So here Portia refuses this offer, and she says, I want to be excused, that I'm in a hurry, I have to go back to Padua. So here she turns down the invitation of the Duke, because we know that she wants to reach back home before Bassanio and Antonio and Graciano arrives in Belmont. I'll keep it till here today. Again, the remaining I shall teach on Monday. Thank you.